Test 1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2. Well, what an occasion this is, ladies and gentlemen. It's Coventry United versus Liverpool in the FA Women's Championship, a match that we have been looking forward to for a good old while. Liam Cook with you, your broadcaster for this afternoon's match at a rain-soaked Butts Park Arena. Unfortunately, we haven't even got the cover of the gantry this time. We're underneath the main stand at the Butts Park Arena, but sadly not quite underneath it, so we're not getting the cover. It has literally just stopped raining, so we should be okay, but it is going to make conditions very slippery, and it could provide a prime opportunity for strikers who are willing to take a gamble. So Coventry United just leaving their pre-match huddle. Let's get you into the starting lineups for both teams, starting with Coventry United. They make 2 changes to the side who lost at Lewis. So the starting lineup is Wood, Weston, Popple, Wilcox, Chandler, Hughes, Gauntlet, Anderson, Merrick, Dermody and O'Brien as the players take a knee prior to the match. And the Liverpool team is Laws, Hodson, Fahy, Robe, Hines, Bailey, Furness, Linnett, Lawley, Babajid and Festrup. Also 2 changes from Liverpool's win at Charlton last weekend. Shannon O'Brien lofted ball towards Helen Dermody in the penalty area. Out comes the keeper, Rachel Laws. Gathers it on the edge of the box. And immediately, Liverpool want the ball changed. To be fair, from the sound of that kick, it did sound a little underinflated. So that ball is satisfactory. We'll get the game going once again with the ball in the hands of Laws, the Reds shot stopper. We believe that it's going to be a 5-2 free for Liverpool. They put it down as a 3-4 free, but in my opinion, it's the wingbacks should be classed as defenders, but of course that's how Liverpool are going to be lining up, looking to utilise those wings and get it United from the sides. Here's Fahy, the captain. Bailey. Interception by Merrick, couldn't maintain possession, however. Furness. Dodges Amber Hughes. Hines making space on the left. Taylor Hines, now Babajid. She did back against Coventry United in pre-season, looks to do so again, cutting in from the left-hand side. Low drive into the box, turned away by Anna Wilcox, who's got to lead that defensive line today in the absence of Nikki Miles. Liverpool are not going to be an easy team to repel. Chipped into the penalty area. The run being made by Festrup. Diving down to it is Sue Wood. I'm seeing the number 2, Becky Jane, on the field. She's not down on the team sheet. Festrup tracks back to retrieve that from midfield. Merrick looks for Helen Dermody. Dermody unawares. It's into the back line once more with Fahy. Goes all the way back to Laws. Robe turns back and returns the ball. Over the back line it goes. It's easy pickings for Sue Wood, the Coventry United captain and goalkeeper. Wood in her 4th year captaining the Red and Greens after taking over from the retired Nat Lynch. And again, we are going to need another change of ball. the officials and players want to make sure that the ball is properly inflated so that they can play the best football they can. You can't score a 40-yard wonder goal with a beach ball. Well, the rain is dispersing now, and even a little bit of blue sky I can see on the far side of the field. Only a tiny bit, mind, but it's better than nothing. The surface is going to be rather greasy. Could open the door for a few mistakes from defenders or attackers alike. Got to be ready for anything in conditions like this. Gauntlet all over the back of the Liverpool midfielder. Thumped up from the right. Vestrup gives chase on the right side of the box, covered up by Wilcox. Chandler looks to get it clear. United pushing Liverpool back, but the danger's not over. Here's Robe. Fahy calls for it and now looks left for an option. The good pressure by Shannon O'Brien, the Liverpool supporter, closing down Laws as well. O'Brien not giving up on that one. And that's what we like to see. Here on CCTV, we love to see players that always close down their opponent until the ball is gone. Don't give up until that ball is out of sight. Dermody wants the throw in. It has been given in favour. She went side by side with the defender Leanne Robe, just in front of the Liverpool section of the technical area, which is now on the far side of the field underneath the scoreboard. Chandler's throw up line. Dermody brings it to feet. Chandler sends Merrick on her way. Beth Merrick covered off well by Robe. Heavy touch by Laws, nearly taking it straight to an on-rushing Shannon O'Brien. He's able to find the teammate just in time. Vestrup making the run up the right-hand side. And the free kick given in favour of Coventry United with... well, Liverpool thought it should have been a foul to them. And they've played on believing they had the free kick. The linesman flagged in favour of Coventry United. It looks like the decision has been overturned. Either that or the linesman simply just put his flag up the wrong side. I severely doubt that. So we'll have a free kick now for Liverpool. 15 yards into United territory. Knocks into the box. Gauntlet nods it down. It's a free kick as Wilcox was dragged to the floor. We've had over 6 minutes here at the Butts Park Arena. Coventry 0, Liverpool 0 in the FA Women's Championship. United currently in mid-table following a win and a defeat in their opening 2 games. It was a victory over London Bees to kick off the proceedings in the Championship here at the Butts Park Arena, before a disappointing defeat to Lewis last week. And United come back from what was a terrible day for Jay Brentford's side. Babajid with a rather tame effort thanks to some good defending from United, forcing Babajid out wide. So Wood will take the kick. On the right-hand side, a strong header into the seats. So Weston's going to take it for United. On the halfway line, looks for Hughes. One in the air by Babajid, but Hughes steams in and snatches it from Furness. Weston thumps it up line. Dermody will give chase. It should be a defender's ball. Fahy's there, back to Laws, and one swipe with a boot later, and it's somewhere else. Onto the head of Gauntlet, in fact. Dermody was offside and couldn't get involved, so Fahy will find Rinsola Babajid. Fahy across the penalty area to Leanne Robe. Now with Jade Bailey. Given away to Anderson. Anderson able to find the teammate. It's back with the Reds, who are in their chain strip of turquoise today. United in their regular strip of red and green, the civic colours of the proud city of Coventry. Here's Hines. Festrup taking on Popple. Tried the through ball. Aimed towards Babaji, but it was turned back to the keeper by Weston. Furness. Popple again turns it away. Gauntlet chips it out wide, looking for Weston, but has given away the throw. Today's show here on CUTV brought to you by Coventry Motorcycles and Scooters and our new sponsors at Mogan and Mogan. Make sure to check them out online. Hines' throw. Muted appeals for a foul throw into the box. This could be the opener for Liverpool and is tucked away neatly by Melissa Lawley. Too easy for Liverpool. Lawley found on the fringes of the penalty area and simply stroked it past the diving Sue Wood. And within 10 minutes, the Reds are ahead. Coventry United Ladies 0, Liverpool Women 1. Well, it's not the start that Jay Bradford would have been looking for. They've been trying to close down Liverpool at every opportunity and give them as little breathing room as they can afford them. But the visiting team still able to take an early advantage. United did actually lead Liverpool for over an hour in a pre-season friendly here back in August. And then went on to lose, I believe it was 4-1. O'Brien slips, rolls behind Anderson. Weston first to it. Weston trying a look. Why not? Bounces just wide of the post, although Laws saw it coming. That's Laws with the clearance. Furness and Gauntlet were a bit of pushing and shoving, 6 of one, half dozen of the other. And it is nodded into touch on this near side, throw which Hines will take. Finds Fahy, chest control, brought to feet. Laws across the back line, catching Robe out. Jane tracks back. Laws. Dermody snatches it from Robe. Long range effort. Brought safely to a stop by Laws. No real trouble for the Liverpool goalkeeper. United are finding their way into this one. They are 1-0 down, but they never let a deficit get them down. Furness. Striding through the midfield is Lawley. Babaji was the target, intercepted by Weston, out only as far as Jade Bailey. Switches the play onto the right-hand side, and it's Chandler who brings that one under control. Looking for O'Brien on the left, shepherded back to the keeper. Now clearance nodded back into the centre circle by Popple. Anderson blocked up by the referee there and able to get to the ball. Leonard with the interception. Hines with space on the left, swiftly closed down by the returning Amber Hughes. Hughes gets a touch on it, but not enough to take it away from the left back. Babajid finds a route into the box, tight angle. Rinsola Babajid. And with some good defensive pressure into the side from Chelsea Weston, the angle was cut off and Babajid, not like she was trying to square it, but it was too close to Wood. Beth Merrick in Liverpool territory. Now Chandler making the run from left wing back in place of the injured Hayley Crackle. Merrick the target, but turned out on the far side. O'Brien chips to the box. Swing and a miss by Fahy. Allows Gauntlet onto it. Now Chelsea Weston. What do you think about another long-range strike? She played out wide with Amber Hughes instead. Anderson. Weston gives chase. A task too far for the fullback. So 15 minutes gone at the Butts Park Arena. Liverpool lead by 1-0. And that goal scored by their number 11, Melissa Lawley. Well taken strike from close range. Looks like United have switched to a more conventional 4-4-2. Dispensing with the wing-backs. Weston playing at right back at the moment. Usually plays in the centre. And Weston has to track back now. Festrup looking for a cross from the left-hand side. Harmlessly out for the goal kick. Curling high to the far side. Well, we're quite lucky that we've got a home fixture on this drizzly Sunday, but not so lucky on Wednesday, as myself and my media partner here, Conor Weston, have got to board the coach all the way up to Durham on Wednesday. I can see how much Conor's looking forward to it already. That's coming up on Wednesday night in the Continental Cup. Don't miss it. We've got live commentary of that match too, Wi-Fi permitting. Merrick on the left side of the box looking for the cross. Chested down by O'Brien on the volley. Amber Hughes! If it wasn't for an exceptional save from Laws, United would be level. And in some style. Hughes taking it on the volley, didn't give it a second thought. So we'll get a corner from it. On the right-hand side for the red and greens, it is going to be Hughes who will take responsibilities. Dermody trying to limit the space with the goalkeeper on the line. Strong header away by the defender. Merrick, it's dipping. Didn't quite dip enough as it floats over the woodwork. Rachel Furness getting ahead to that, turning it away. Fell to Merrick. United deciding that it's better to have a long-range strike than have no strikes at all. It's going to be difficult to get into the penalty area with this strong Liverpool back line. Trying to prevent them from doing so. Laws. The goal kick fell short onto the boot of Amber Hughes. Hines was the target. But thunders off the boot of Hughes. She tried to control and it's out for a throw. Just up line from the Liverpool penalty area. Laws to Fahy. A dangerous ball. The Liverpool player putting it into her own area and nearly fell for Becky Anderson from O'Brien. There are mistakes in this Liverpool team. Advantage given as Anderson with a push on Furness. Finds the goal scorer, Lawley. Beats Chandler for pace. And the cross brought down by the safe hands of Sue Wood. Lawley taking a while to get back to her feet. That allows Chandler a bit of space, but she's quickly closed down. Chandler shoved over. Merrick was able to slide in and take the ball from Ashley Hodson. The free kick has been given anyway. And that's going to be a third change of ball. Well, we can confirm now that change has been made to the Liverpool team. It's just been confirmed to us as Becky Jane has been brought into the team to replace Ashley Hodson. Seems as Hodgson has suffered an injury in the warm-up. Do apologise, we missed that one earlier on in the match. Liverpool on the edge of the penalty area, unable to find a way through yet. Chandler plays it safe and just dinks it out. So a throw to come on the right side of the United penalty area for Liverpool. Jane. A wayward ball to the right of the penalty area, and Anderson will just let that one roll into touch. So Wood. Chandler couldn't control it. Gives it away to Melissa Lawley. Crossing opportunity for Jane. Flicks off the head of Anna Wilcox, only as far as Furness. Thunderous strike soars over the crossbar. Furness wins the header from the goal kick, but first of the seconds is Maz Gauntlet. Bounces up the right-hand side, harmlessly into touch. Throw taken from Hines to Fahy. Here's Rachel Laws. One impressive save to her credit thus far from that volleyed attempt from Amber Hughes. Festrup on the march at the right-hand side. Babajid waiting for the delivery in the penalty area, looking for a more central location. Festrup. Hines now to keep it in as it bounces across Babajid and out to the left. Well, highlights of this game will be available tomorrow morning on the Coventry United TV YouTube channel. Make sure to hit the like button if you are enjoying today's coverage. Leave a comment with your feedback or any messages that you'd like read out on the air. And make sure to subscribe to Coventry United TV for more exclusive content from both our men's and women's teams. Coventry United men sadly lost 3-2 yesterday, but the highlights of that match are now available. Popwell being hassled and harried by Babajid, and there was a little too forceful, says the referee. Popwell right on the touchline next to the penalty area. Needed some support. It wasn't forthcoming. And luckily for her, the referee blew the whistle. Wood soars to the right. Gauntlet beaten to it by Babajid. Hughes takes it out. Stumbles into touch just shy of the halfway line. Hines once more with ball in hand, looking for a turquoise shirt. And finds one with Linnett as she's dragged down by Gauntlet. Dermody preventing the quick free kick from being taken. Hines takes it out of position, but the referee says it's okay to do so. Fahy, Linnett, heavy first touch, takes away from the swipe of Linnett there. Amber Hughes doing well. Gauntlet thumps it upfield, sent back to where it came from by Fahy. Here's Jade Bailey anchoring the midfield. Now with Becky Jane. Robe at centre-back. Lofted ball from the back, cushioned down with a header by Anna Wilcox. Anderson couldn't find Chandler on the left. A needless throw-in to give away halfway into United territory. The rain has just started again, so we Conditions may get a little tricky for players and commentators. Down line with Bailey. Robe, United trying to pressure Liverpool into a mistake. O'Brien forces it back to Laws. Niamh Fahy, the skipper. Festrup. Hines couldn't reach it, played into space on the left, but a task too far. I don't think Usain Bolt was getting to that one, let alone Taylor Hines. Wood. Into the centre circle, through the legs of Furness. O'Brien shrugged aside by Rowe. Great strength from the centre-back. Fahy back to Robe, her centre-back partner. Furness tracks back to help out. Jane, United, little by little, pushing Liverpool back towards their penalty area. O'Brien nearly took it from under Robe's nose. But Liverpool now to compose themselves and play out from the back. Bailey plays a 1-2 with Fahy. Babajid finds Hines in space on the left wing, slips it into the area. Festrup, crossing opportunity. Festrup turned away by Chandler just as Lawley was looking to add a second to her collection. Out as far as Fahy, just inside United territory. Now Bailey hooks it to the right. Header away by Chandler. First to it is Kirsty Linnett. Turns away from Merrick. Linnett sizes it up. Linnett onto the crossbar via the hands of Wood. Babajid tries to finish it off, and it's another brilliant save, this time with the foot. Sue Wood with a double salvo. The captain leading by example with a fantastic double save. But Liverpool are not done yet. Furness. Straight out for the goal kick, hoping to meet the run of Lawley. Excuse me. So on 26 minutes at the Butts Park Arena, Coventry United 0, Liverpool 1 in the FA Women's Championship. A goal on the 9th minute from Melissa Lawley is the difference between the two sides. Liverpool not resting on a one-goal lead. Gauntlet under pressure from Linnett, forced to play a rather powerful pass back to Wood. Wood does her best but can't prevent it from going out for the corner. Well, we all know the attacking prowess of Liverpool. Can the Reds make it two? This corner from the left. Jade Bailey will take responsibilities for it. Towards the far post. And offside flag raised. The goal won't count as it's blasted home by Linnett. Melissa Lawley had come back from an offside position as she returned the ball. So Wood with the clearance to the left. Chandler keeps it in momentarily, tries to flick it up line. It bounces over the line for the throw, which is quickly taken and quickly lost by Liverpool. Dermody, misplaced pass collected by Lawley. Furness. Babajid dispossessed by Popple. She's having a great game today. Merrick gives chase to that ball from Dermody. It should be shepherded into touch by Becky Jane. And is indeed. Getting her body between Dermody and the ball. Jane challenged from behind by O'Brien. She tried to play it out of danger. Another throw, virtually the same position. It just shows United aren't willing to roll over for any club, not even one as famous as Liverpool. Fahy. Hines, first time pass, sent out by Weston. And once again, Hines with the throw. Down line it goes to the captain, Fahy. Laws. Fahy once more as the rain intensifies. Laws thumps it down the centre of the park. Popple gets enough on it to find Gauntlet. Gauntlet dragging on the arm of Linnett. Referee has not given anything. It could well have been a free kick. They maintain possession. Furness over the back line. Babajid gives chase. Wood waiting on the edge of the box to collect. Wood looking for an option. She plays it out of her hands. Sent high into the murky sky of the Butts Park Arena. Bit of pressure from behind on Amber Hughes, not enough to warrant a free kick. Weston launches it up the right. Dermody gives chase. Laws lets it bounce into the penalty area and picks it up. Fahy. He's dispossessed by Hughes steaming in from the side. Fahy receives the throw from Hines. Into the box with Laws. The captain, Fahy, once more. Half an hour played. And United still one down. Not much in the way of attacking opportunities for United, and they could be in trouble here as Festrup rounds Wood. 2-0. Liverpool extend the advantage as Festrup takes it round the onrushing Sue Wood and places it gently into an empty net. It hasn't been complete domination by Liverpool for any means, but they are dominating the score sheet thus far. Coventry United 0, Liverpool 2. And there's been a change here for Liverpool. It looks like Bailey's gone off. In fact, no, it's Becky Jane who's been replaced. So Liverpool with an early change. I'll try and let you know who's come onto the field. We're of course busy trying to talk you through the goal. Shannon O'Brien, Bailey with her hands all over the young forward. United want to play on quickly, but I think the ref wants a word with Bailey. So Becky Jane has left the field in a very early substitution. Whether there was an injury involved waits to be seen, but she's been replaced by Lucy Parry in what looks like a straight swap on the right. Well, Jane was a late introduction herself, with Hodson withdrawing from the starting lineup very late in the day. So Parry will have this throw as it's launched almost straight into the bus window. Chandler onto the chest of O'Brien, slides in on Bailey. Anderson taken out. O'Brien keeps it alive momentarily. Couldn't find Merrick on the left turn. Back by Parry to Laws. Fahy plays it out from the back. Bailey swiftly closed by O'Brien. She's not letting the ball out of her sight today. Rowe racing up that right-hand side. Liverpool trying to extend their advantage even further. They've got the corner out of it. Slide in by Chandler on Linnett. Enough to take it out for the corner kick to come in from the right side. We'll be going off air here on CUTV at half-time for a 10-minute break. We'll just be muting the microphone, so you don't need to look for another live stream for the second half. Goes, nodded down by Wilcox, but not out. Well, it is out now via the boot of Linnett. High effort, unsuccessful for the Reds. Weston flicks it over the head of Furness. Now Amber Hughes rolls it along the right-hand side. O'Brien not in a position to accept it. And Merrick with an effort. And the ball picking up a little bit of water on the way through, collected by Laws and lofted towards the edge of the penalty area. It's Linnett, slide in by Wilcox, takes the ball, takes Linnett out in the process. She remains on the floor. United trying to play on. And then it is back on her feet. Liverpool were contemplating playing it out. It's safely back in their own half of the field. So Linnett can regroup and get back into position, ready for the next attack. Bailey, Hines calls for it on the left wing. She goes straight through the centre though to Babajid, who's shrugged off the ball by Anderson. Looking to chip it to the right for Amber Hughes. Ahead of Furness prevents that, but it's back with Anderson now. Amber Hughes. Barred from behind by Hines, doesn't take the ball. Well, that's sweep in by Fahy will, but it is a throw level with the penalty area on the right-hand side for the Red and Greens. Dermody. Weston's cross, has that taken a deflection? No, it hasn't. Weston closed down and seems to have just skewed the cross out. So once again, today's show on CUTV brought to you by Mogan & Mogan, as well as Coventry Motorcycles and Scooters. The kick from Laws, headed on by Furness. Linnett. Doherty first to it, and doesn't think twice, just sticks it into touch. Hines in position for the throw halfway into Liverpool lines. Returned by Furness. Was that a high boot against Babajid? Yes, it was. She was going for the ball, but nearly made contact with the head of Weston. So Weston right on the halfway line. Weston looks for an option. She's going to take it short to Shannon O'Brien. Aside from the volley from Hughes, United haven't really created any clear goal-scoring opportunities. And they lose that again. Bailey. Furness gets there ahead of Beth Merrick. Furness rolls it onto the left side. Hines just able to keep within the confines of the field. Close proximity as Amber Hughes couldn't get the challenge in. Crossed away by Wilcox. Merrick. Continued on by Shannon O'Brien. Did get a bit of a touch and she's holding her ankle. She is able to continue. United maintain possession with Hughes. Now Gauntlets. O'Brien. Slightly under hit to Anderson, allowing Furness to intercept. And it's safely back in the defensive free for Liverpool. Here's Bailey. Back to Fahy. Liverpool is trying to slow the pace down. It's not the best of balls. It's picked out by Merrick. Anna Wilcox, without her usual centre-back partner, Nikki Miles today, who is unavailable for selection. Weston. Ball to the right side of the box. Hughes will give chase, but it was always a losing battle for Amber Hughes. Laws comes out onto the right-hand side. So left-hand side, I should say, on the penalty area. Hughes is right, Laws is left. Easy gather for the keeper. Liverpool boasted many famous names in their teams over the years. They find themselves in the FA Women's Championship this year after a disastrous campaign in last year's Super League, which was, of course, ended prematurely, as was that attack, the through ball towards Babajid, collected by Wood. So just 5 minutes to go until the break. Coventry United 0, Liverpool 2. Furness. Closed down from behind by Anderson, but finds support in Leanne Robe. Now Lawley, the scorer of the first goal, sending Festrup on her way. Should be able to keep it in, and does. In from the right to Lawley, and sent out for the corner. Great marking by Popple. A tough task ahead of Coventry United to try and get anything out of this match. They are 2-0 down, but they're far from disgracing themselves against surely one of the strongest teams in the leagues, the favourites for the title. United don't bow down for anyone. Corner nodded up by Wilcox, brought down by Babajid. Babajid again, a real scramble in the penalty area, out to the left with Popple. Chandler to Merrick. Here's Holly Chandler. A clearance charged down by Lawley. Now it's Rinsola. Babajid takes a strike from long range and cushioned into touch by Wood. You know that Babajid can score them. She was on target in a pre-season friendly this summer against Coventry United, where Liverpool won 4-1. Although United did lead for over an hour in that match. Simply ran out of steam and made a lot of changes towards the end with some younger players entering the field. Towards Babajid. Slide in by Chandler. Out as far as Hines, deep in the midfield. Now Bailey, as Liverpool look to get back into the danger zone. Slide in by Amber Hughes. Oh, and pushing and shoving there between O'Brien and one of the Liverpool players. It was Jade Bailey, and there were some high hands in there too. There could be some serious punishment here. It was a slide by O'Brien, which was given as a foul. Liverpool elected to play on. Had been given the option by the referee. Bailey obviously took offence to the challenge and started a shoving match with Shannon O'Brien. So what will the referee's decision be? Oh, the book is out. Yellow card for Shannon O'Brien. And no punishment whatsoever for Jade Bailey. I think both players played equal part in that exchange. In my opinion, if it was a yellow card for one player, it should have been a yellow card for the other. The referee obviously feeling that O'Brien was more to blame. Gauntlet sandwich between two Liverpool midfielders and dispossessed. Now Babajid. Can she make it free? Gauntlet in from the back. Handball surely against Babajid. Yes, indeed. Bounced onto the outstretched arm as she tried to bring it down under several United challenges. Into the final minutes of normal time. Won't be too many minutes of stoppages, I'd assume. And Laws onto the edge of the penalty area, dives onto the loose ball. As Merrick tried to find her ways to the loose ball, side by side with Robe. Liverpool just looking to see this first half out. Laws. Target is Festrup. It's over Festrup to Miles. Anderson, high lofted pass to Hughes. Slight shove from Hines behind. Referee says no. Plays a 1-2 with Rachel Laws between the sticks. Babaji takes it too close to Gorner, but able to leave with the ball, although Gorner has got a foot in, and now Anderson takes it over into the penalty area, well, across to the right, with Helen Dermody, went through the box to the right side, down line to Weston. Weston's cross, Anderson there, it's over O'Brien, and not quite onto the head of Anderson, lobbed into the box by Chandler, header by Hines, should end the danger, and does. But in goes Wilcox on Festrup to keep it alive for Coventry. But now racing away is Furness. Chandler prevents that move from escalating. Or does she, as the Reds have got it back pretty quickly. Furness. We are now into stoppage time at the end of the first half. Can Liverpool get one more opportunity before the interval? It's Hines. Well challenged by Amber Hughes to dispossess her in the penalty area. And O'Brien latching onto an attempted pass by Fahy. It was aimed towards Robe. O'Brien, here's Dermody. Can she turn and shoot? No, took too long. And Gauntlet fires it high and wide. It's been a first time, a few opportunities for Coventry United. They've got to try and take the ones that they have. If Dermody was just a little quicker in taking that chance, things may have been different. Excuse me. Laws has got the ball back, and this should be the end of the first half, excuse me. Laws into the midfield, play continues for now. Gauntlet now Anderson. Gauntlet all the way back to Seawood. Swings it away. Sent back where it came from by Road, muddled up rather than that by Wilcox, under pressure from Festrup behind. Wilcox gets the better of the Liverpool number 9. And Dermody gives chase to that lofted ball, sent back to Laws. And cleared before O'Brien could get there. Whistle blows for the end of the first half. Half-time score. The Butts Park Arena in the FA Women's Championship. Coventry United Ladies 0, Liverpool Women 2. We're going off air for around 10 minutes now here on CUTV. We'll be back just before the start of the second half. Don't go anywhere. And we're back here on Coventry United TV for live commentary of the second half of Coventry United Ladies versus Liverpool Women. Half-time score 2-0 to Liverpool, with goals from Lawley and Festrup. The ends are swapped, and we're ready to go for the second half. The big talking point of the first half was a physical exchange between Bailey and O'Brien, which O'Brien was booked for, but could have been worse in all fairness. And there has been a change for Liverpool as Rinsola Babajid has been replaced. And it looks like a straight swap up front with Jessica Clark taking Babajid's spot up front. So Liverpool immediately have a corner as their attack was turned out by the defender. Towards the near post, Furness turned away by Anderson. Clark. A long-range strike gathered safely by Seward. Following the attempt from Lawley, who scored the first goal. The linesman keeps on waving the wrong way for decisions on that far side. That's twice he's done that now. Handball was given to Coventry United. He flagged for Liverpool instead. Maybe a bit of miscommunication there. And of course, a lot of people forget that all referees are humans. We sometimes forget that. Offside flag against Helen Dermody. He's definitely got that one right. So the next coverage we have here on CUTV coming up this Wednesday with live coverage of Durham versus Coventry United Ladies in the Continental Cup. It's a winnable group really for Coventry United, which also features Aston Villa and Sheffield United. Weston picks it up in the back line for Coventry. Wood launches it up the right. Won mid-air by Hines. Popple lets it bounce into the grateful grasp of the keeper. Roll to Anna Wilcox, who's let that one get away from her. And now Jessica Clark should have put that one on target. And if she did, she surely would have made it 3-0 as Wood was out of position. A gift for Liverpool, but they're in a generous mood themselves. Wood curls it left. First to it is Parry. Clark. Wilcox's clearance cannoned off Clark, and it's played out off Clark, but in fact it's been given as a Liverpool throw. It looked to me as if Clark got the final touch on that. Controversial, and it will certainly be controversial if United concede from this, but it's played into the back line now with Robe. Lucy Parry. Robe. Back to the keeper. Away by Laws. Lawley. Looking for Clark on this near side. It was behind the attacker. Dermody. Who's got the final touch on that? Dermody called for it, but again, it's been given against the red and greens. Parry. Deflected out this time off Vestrup. As she tried to bring the ball down under pressure from Chandler, who's had a great game thus far for Coventry United, her full Coventry United debut. O'Brien. Switches the play over to Beth Merrick. Crossed by Merrick. I think she was looking for Shannon O'Brien, but it was too close to the keeper at her near post. United have got to try and get some urgency in them in the second half. The best opportunity before the break was a volley by Amber Hughes, which nearly caught Laws out, but it was well saved by the keeper. Liverpool, of course, have already struck twice and are on the hunt for a third with Parry. And Popple as offside. Offside flag raised as it's stuck through the legs of Wood by Amelie Vestrup. She's pleading with the referee, saying that she believes it should be a goal. That's the second time that Liverpool have had one chalked off for offside. Vestrup has that first for a second. She nearly had it, but the flag ending her dreams there. In the centre circle It's with Furness. Hines. Now with Linnett. Can she square in the penalty area? Linnett will go alone. It was past Wood, but not past Chelsea Weston. It was headed goal bound, but not if the United defender had anything to do with it. Hines forced back towards the halfway line. That ball from Jade Bailey catching Festrup out. So 5 minutes gone in the second half of the Butts Park Arena FA Women's Championship action here, live on Coventry United TV. Linnett skips over the challenge of Gunn and gets it back. Festrup. She's got Lawley on the left. Linnett. Lawley. Low drive into the box. Easy pickings for Popple. O'Brien gets there first ahead of young Lucy Parry. Still going O'Brien, driving up the left-hand side, now looking for a route into the box. Can she cut in? Plays it down line to Becky Anderson in a more central location. Anderson falls back to the halfway line. Now Anna Wilcox as United looks to build once more. Chandler tried to take it on, but takes it past Shannon O'Brien and loses out. Anna Wilcox, though, picks up the clearance from Liverpool. Back with Sue Wood between the six for Coventry. Here's Georgia Popple. Shields the ball from Festrup. Sue Wood. Now Anna Wilcox. Chips it left for Holly Chandler. First time volley. Nodded on by Hughes. And Chandler will give chase. This could be the opening that the Coventry have looked for. Chandler's cross. And Fahy able to find Rowe, bringing that chapter of attack to a close. Anderson putting Liverpool under pressure. Is played back to the keeper, and Laws is able to clear this time. Weston all the way back to Wood. Looking right this time. Goal that's side by side with Lawley. Rowe looks right. Parry calling for it. Volleyed back where it came from by Chandler. Hughes, a high boot, but takes it past Bailey. Rowe first to it, preventing Hughes from making inroads. O'Brien nods it down for Helen Dermody. You have to need a bit of urgency now. O'Brien. Anderson shrugs off Bailey. Amber Hughes back to Anderson. Through ball to Chandler, onside, keeps it in. Low cross by Chandler, picked up by Laws as it enters her 6-yard box. This is much more promising for Coventry United Ladies. Looking for their second consecutive home victory after the opening day win versus London Bees. They of course came unstuck in a disappointing defeat to Lewis. And you can tell this is a marked improvement from that disappointing day at the Dripping Pan. Dermody's got the final touch on that. As it's nodded out on this near side. Parry looking for an option. Finds it down line with Leanne Robe. Maybe forced back to the keeper, and is so. Nearly catching Laws out, but she's able to scramble back. Curl to the right, that should go out. In fact, Dermody is going to try and keep it in, is she? No, she isn't. She's going to let it go. Chandler's throw chested down by O'Brien. Returned to Chandler. Hooked up. On the way by Rowe, but it's down by Anderson. Launches it to the right. Merrick should get there ahead of Hines and does. It's Beth Merrick, the former Aston Villa youngster, in from the right-hand side. Hines tries to make the block. Away as far as Helen Dermody. But strong challenge by Furness. Chandler blocks off the striker, and she's got the free kick there as she was nudged from behind by Emily Festrup. United can get one back here. Who knows how this game will end? Helen Derby knows how to take a good free kick. Looking for Shannon O'Brien. Couldn't quite get the power behind the header. Festrup. And now Clark will be able to sprint up the right-hand side, taking on Anderson as she goes. Jessica Clark cutting in. Maybe going for glory herself. Decides to pick out Furness. It was a task too tall. Linnett lines it up. Rolls to Sue Wood's right. Harmless effort, really, from Kirsty Linnett. Well, Liverpool have already made 2 of their changes. There's a change on half an hour when Becky Jane, who was actually a change herself, she was brought on for the injured Ashley Hodson before the start of the match, and have changed the team sheet. But then Jane herself was taken off and replaced by Lucy Parry. And also at half-time, Rinsola Babajid has been replaced by Jessica Clark. United yet to make any changes. They do have options on the bench, including Amy Woffen, Phoebe Warner, Jenna Roberts. Clark's cross, not across her own net, and nearly put into her own net by Chandler. Dangerous times there, as it was nodded across the back line. I think it was Chelsea Weston who nodded across the United goal. Chandler trying to return it to Sue Wood. I think, in fact, Lawley may have got in behind. Wood looking for anyone in a bit of space, and it falls to Chandler. And out it goes off Robe. Preventing them up the left-hand side. Chandler once more looking for an option. Foul throw claims, look good to me. Anderson picks out Dermody. O'Brien just reaches it, or Dermody's gone down. Referee hasn't given anything. And United lose out in the centre circle as O'Brien looked for a more defensive option to regroup. Festrup finds Jessica Clark in space. Crossing opportunity for Clark. Shooting opportunity more like it. It smacks off the woodwork. Wood scrambles to the loose ball to prevent a follow-up attempt. Clark striking the post, and the referee just checking that Georgia Popple is okay. She's struggling after going to ground. And the physio is indeed being called over. In terms of defensive changes, the best bet would be perhaps to put Weston in at centre-back and maybe look at Jenna Roberts on the right, maybe even put Anderson or Hughes there and bring on Amy Woffen. Well, there are some players getting ready. Roberts is just coming back from a long-term injury, so maybe not the best idea to put her on in a match like this for her first match back. I can see Woffen having discussions with Jay Bradford. There's also Anna Colville and Phoebe Warner who are going for a warm-up. Oh, the United medical team are miracle workers, so it's not out of the question to see Popple continue. We were a real shame to see her lead the field after 2 strong displays in our last 2 matches. Sadly, I wasn't here for the London Bees match, but I hear that it was a great game. Didn't have the pleasure of seeing it, so can't really comment on that one. But Popple is leaving the field for now. Doesn't look like it's going to be a change, is it? So Popple is going to return to the field once the referee says it's okay to do so. So we have half an hour of play remaining at the Vets Park Arena. Score in the FA Women's Championship match is Coventry United Ladies 0, Liverpool 2. Although Jessica Clark just came within an inch of bagging a third for Liverpool by striking the inside of the post. Big shout out to the one and only Mr. Roy Eden, who says, "Come on United," on the YouTube comment section. Clark offside, as she made the run into the box from the left wing. Woods kick. Parry should get there ahead of Amber Hughes. Back to Laws, under pressure. It wasn't the best of clearances. Dermody to Shannon O'Brien, offside as she returned to Hughes and looked to get the shot away. Coventry United had a real opportunity there as Laws was nearly punished for that sloppy clearance. So Laws looks for an option from this free kick for the offside. It avoids both Furness and Anderson. Dermody lets it roll past Bailey. Was asking a bit too much of Amber Hughes with that through ball. Intercepted by Leanna Robe. Laws, a bit more confident on that pass this time from the keeper. Robe floats it up the right. Floats it straight out on the right. Don't forget today's coverage here on CUTV brought to you by Mogan & Mogan and Coventry Motorcycles and Scooters. Check them out online at the conclusion of this broadcast. Chandler's throw to Hughes, now Shannon O'Brien. Look to square it for Gauntlet, cut out by Furness. Now it's with Linnett, making the run onto the loose ball on the right-hand side is Lawley, just able to keep it within the confines of the pitch, despite the cries of Anna Wilcox. Well, Wilcox has managed to get a leg on the cross and deflect it out. The whole ball's got to be across the line, remember, and the whole ball wasn't across the line, so it was the correct call by the linesman, but Wilcox did well to turn it out. Liverpool preparing a third change. We'll have to wait until after the conclusion of this set piece. Floated in, nodded away by Anna Wilcox. Was that a high boot against Clark towards the head of Hughes? Certainly could have been. Referee says no. Kept alive across the penalty area, and again Wilcox there to prevent Liverpool from inflicting more damage on the United score sheet. There's a low drive across the goal by Melissa Lawley, but Wilcox wasn't going to allow it. It's Lawley again. Just looked to clear, and they have done. Between Anderson and Weston, they've got it away, not as far as they would have liked. And now free kick given as Liverpool try to wrestle the ball back, and here comes the change for Liverpool. It's the end of the afternoon for Rachel Furness. There's no substitutes board, so we have to wait until we can see the number of the player coming on. The options are Foster, Roberts, Moore, Kearns and Heaps. Looks like a direct change in central midfield, and I can tell you coming on is number 21, that's Missy Bo Kearns. So Missy Bo Kearns comes on for the remaining 25 minutes. Can she make her impact in central midfield? Robe looking for Festrup on the right-hand side, one in the air by Wilcox. Back with Emily Festrup. Keeps it going with Kirsty Linnett. Cross by Linnett. Fired towards the wing by Weston and nodded out by Chandler to prevent Festrup from having a second bite of the cherry. Parry patiently waiting for an option, finds Bailey. Return to the young right back. And she's taking it out under pressure from Chandler and Hughes in front. The throw level with the United penalty area. Excuse me. And Dermody's return ball wayward. A throw virtually the same position for Liverpool now. Parry. Looks like Lawley's hurt herself in the process as Parry puts it in, knocked away by Popple. Linnett fires it across and into touch. Still no sign of a United change. They could do with some fresh blood in the field. The game far from beyond them. They're only 2 goals down. It may sound like a mountain against a team like Liverpool, but United know where the net is. Wood under pressure from the Liverpool attack, has to skew it out on the right-hand side. And the Reds have a throw level with the box as they look to put it to bed with a 3rd goal, which surely would be the end of proceedings. But it's United who come away with it. The ball to Shannon O'Brien, not what she was expecting, and she lets her teammates know about it. O'Brien, of course, a Liverpool supporter, playing against the club's women's team. Stumble by Anderson, and Festrel goes right over her. Referee says free kick. I'm not sure there's a lot that Anderson could do. Slip by Anderson, taking her to her knee, and Festrel barreling straight over her. An indirect action, really, from Anderson, but it is a free kick. We are officially halfway through the second half here on CUTV. Remember, the highlights will be available tomorrow morning. It's the only highlights you'll be able to get with commentary. The FA player do have the match, but you won't get these dulcet tones on there. Law's kick. Wilcox brings it down. Handball claims against Lawley. Referee says no. Chandler. Deflected ball over to Amber Hughes, has got company. She's got the throw as Kearns takes it out. So Chandler will look to get United back on the front foot. Chandler. Brought down by Hughes. Now Shannon O'Brien. United yet to have a clear-cut opportunity in this second half. Can they change that now? Forced back into the centre circle with Popple. Now Weston. Slowly but surely Liverpool forcing Coventry away. The ball falls at the feet of Amber Hughes, right off the shoulder of Hughes. Who's got the final touch on that? It's going to be a foul. Oh, we're not allowed to. Becky Anderson with a thunderous hit straight down the centre of the net. And United half the deficit. Can they go on to snatch a point? Or maybe all 3 at the Butts Park Arena. Jay Bradford's side are back in business. Coventry United 1, Liverpool 2. Immediately, Dermody on the front foot. Anderson again, brimming with confidence, looking for a second goal in about 20 seconds. But this one was a little higher and a little wider. Our friend Roy says, come on ladies, and ladies are doing their best to bring the match back into balance. Strong header by Wilcox. Only as far as Fahy. Referee's given a free kick there to shove from behind by Merrick. So United halving the deficit through Becky Anderson. Their first goal of the afternoon. It certainly is going to be an interesting conclusion now at Park Arena. Fahy. Under banned by Weston. Gauntlet and Dermody trying to retrieve the ball from Lawley. Anderson succeeded. United won a free kick. Anderson was hassled and harried by Lawley, but slides in, takes the ball only as far as Bailey. Lobs it into the box. Brought down by Wood, but I think United have a case there. They could have had a free kick. Chandler. Festrup closes her down. Returns to Wood. Weston controls. Merrick gives chase. Ketchy forced the throw. Fahy in trouble. Fahy shepherds it into touch. Good strong defending from the skipper. So the goal kick for Laws. Here's Fahy. Dermody putting her under pressure. Back to Laws. Straight into touch, straight into the Liverpool dugout. Well, Liverpool have not been defeated this season. 2 wins and a draw from their opening 3 matches. Can United be the second team to take points from Liverpool in the opening 4 games? Merrick couldn't find a route around Hines. Popple stabs it up to Shannon O'Brien. Rowe prevented her progress. It's back with Laws, the keeper. Clark nodded to Linnett. Now Bailey looks for an option right. Calling for it is Lawley. She goes down to centre though. Festrup passes him back where it came from. O'Brien. Now Becky Anderson. Festrup putting United back in with a chance in this match. Finds Amber Hughes on the left. Keeps it within the confines of play. Now taking on young Parry. Across to the far post. Launched into touch. In fact, no, it's been kept in by Hughes. The whole ball hadn't gone there. But Amber Hughes has lost it, but that definitely wasn't at all out of play. Parry. Road was clear, closed down by O'Brien. You can tell how determined the teenage forward is. Bailey could be forced back to the keeper here. Fahy does find Laws. And O'Brien once again closing down the keeper, not allowing Liverpool a second to breathe. And they have still got all their substitutes left to use. So United are far from out of this. They can Liverpool regain their 2-goal advantage, not with passing like that from Lawley. Racing out to the right-hand side of the penalty area. Sue Wood ensures that Clark doesn't reach it. Wood, who will it fall for? Just floats over the head of Amber Hughes. Poor first touch by Parry, just able to keep it in. Up the right flank, brought down by Wilcox. Finds Hughes. Dermody wants it to feet. She'll go with Anderson, cushions it down for Chandler. Hughes takes it past the outstretched leg of Parry. Hughes looks for the cross. Diving onto it, Laws. Less than 15 minutes to go here on CUTV, sponsored by Mogan & Mogan and Coventry Motorcycles and Scooters. Wilcox trying to nod that goal kick up. And that's Lawley. Chandler trying to take one for the team and push her down. Lawley continues. Nodded to Dermody by Georgia Popple, but Dermody couldn't quite reach it. Kearns. Linnett. Liverpool still in the penalty area, just looking for the right time to strike. Whipped in from the right by Lawley, brought down safely by Sue. That's a fantastic bit of control by Merrick, bringing that thunderous clearance down in a dangerous position. Merrick slips on the greasy surface. Of course, it has been raining for the majority of this match. Has dried up a bit now. The chase is on for Liverpool. Coming in from the left-hand side is Festrup. Kearns wants it. Festrup going alone. Cushioned away by Wood. Clark in, blocked up by Dermody. Festrup again, blocked by Weston. Still not over with Linnett. Bailey hits one, and it's well held by Wood. Aimed towards that top corner, but the keeper was equal to it. It has been an impressive second half display from United, not only limiting Liverpool to bit-part chances, but also pressuring the Reds into a few errors. As Rowe was able to force O'Brien into touch, trying to latch onto that goal kick from Wood, all the way out for a goal kick on the opposite side. So about, on my watch, we've got about 12 minutes. Still 2-1. I'm going to need water. Sorry, Amber Hughes asking us if we've got some water. But there's going to be a slight delay here as Popple needs some assistance. So Popple seems okay. Back on her feet. Liverpool just taking this chance to rehydrate. So Popple is back on her feet. The players are back in position following that impromptu drinks break. And we're set to go with this kick from Laws into the final 10 minutes of normal time at the Butts Park Arena. O'Brien chasing down Rowe. Back with Laws. Can she charge down the goal kick? No, she can't, but she may force the throw and does. The ball bounces out. No, we've got to leave. Need a new ball. There's still a little bit of confusion about the COVID policy. When the balls leave the field of play, they're supposed to be sanitised before they're returned. So both United and Liverpool confused a little bit on that one. So United throws at Anderson, Shepherd's Lawley out, and Lawley trying to waste time here. I hope the ref's going to be adding this on. Well, Liverpool with blatant time-wasting tactics here as Lawley kicking the ball away. United hoping to get the ball back in play officially with Chandler. Handball claims. It was chested down by Dermody, nowhere near the arms. Hughes kills it right, doesn't reach Gauntlet or Merrick. Now striding on his hinds for Liverpool. A third would surely clinch it. Festrup blocked up by Weston, but a free kick given. It's been given against Weston for blocking. It's in fact against Anderson. So it looks like an earlier infringement in that move. So the referee tried to play on from a yellow card for Becky Anderson. And now it's Shannon O'Brien who's gone down. She's had a heavily taped knee for the last 2 games, and it looks as if her day may be done as Amy Woffen is getting ready on the far side. We have seen O'Brien and Woffen play together before, but O'Brien seems to be the preferred option going down the centre of that attacking line. Woffen is stripped off and ready to go, as the physio just checks on the condition of O'Brien's knee. And yeah, the motion comes from the physio and then from the referee. Shannon O'Brien cannot continue. It's a real shame for O'Brien. A Liverpool supporter playing against the women's team of the club she supports. Well, it is going to be a straight swap up front. Woffen was the top scorer, one of the top scorers for Coventry United in the promotion-winning season of 2018-19. I think she was just pipped to the top scorer's moniker by Jade Formerston that year. The former Wales youth international, hoping to get into the senior squad for the first time. And now she's fully fit. She is a danger to any defence. But for now, attentions have to turn to defence for Woffen. Every outfield player in the United half, either attacking or defending this move. It's a powerful hit, not a million miles away from the net. From the boot of Linnett. Merrick, clearance charged down by Lawley. Now Chandler. They're going to keep it going for Beth Merrick. And United have got the throw. Taking a touch off a Liverpool defender on the way through from Chandler. 6 minutes of normal time to go. Halfway line is where the throw-in should be taken. Referee enforcing that. Chandler's throw, Woffen the target. Amy Woffen, fresh from the bench. Dispossessed from behind by Robe. Chandler. No, we can't touch it. It's got to be sanitised. Ball's got to be sanitised. We've got a new ball. Sorry about that. Still not listening to the COVID regulations, unfortunately. Free as Chandler is taken out. Here's Wood. Into the last 5 minutes. Will be a couple of minutes of stoppages. We have had some injury delays through Popple and Shannon O'Brien in this match. Popple floats it into the danger zone. Well, it's been given as a free kick to Liverpool. I think Woffen was offside. Hines. Wilcox with the header. Just trying to get it away as Liverpool look to consolidate their lead. It's Weston, now Amber Hughes. Hughes steaming up the right-hand side. Can United get a snatch of points here? Still going Hughes. behind for the corner. United have a real opportunity here. Minutes of normal time to go. Can United get themselves a share of the spoils here? Keeper claims it well at the near post and falls onto it, trying to waste some precious seconds. Well, she's had hold of it for more than 6 seconds. Liverpool getting away with laws. Lawley tripped on the fringes of the penalty area. Pupple could be going in the book. Tripped by the trailing leg. There goes the yellow card. As you can expect, Liverpool taking their time with this, as is their right. Taking the time on this free kick. Free kick returned. Can United clear? Parry looking to cap off her first appearance for Liverpool with a long-range strike. Flies harmlessly wide. Seward wants to get underway quickly with this goal kick. Into the last minute. Gauntlet. Looks for Merrick. Clark trying to keep it in. Could try and keep it in the corner here, or is she going to go for goal number 3? Couldn't take it past Chandler. Now Beth Merrick. United need to get themselves up the other end of the park here. Launches it up towards Dermody. Headed up by Dermody. Can she get to the seconds? No, she can't. It's controlled by Fahy. Hines. Past the leg of Hughes. Merrick gets it back for United, and that's Gauntlet. Tripped by Bailey, and the ball kicked away. Bailey's got away with a lot today, it must be said. So we are now into stoppage time. If United are going to get themselves a point, it's got to be now or never. Free kick is not successful. Festrup making a beeline for the box. Weston chips it up. Would you be able to clear it? And does. Fires it up. And out for the throw off the boot of Linnett. United have got to get some urgency now. They've got to get up the other end of the field. Another throw as it's nodded out by Lawley. Waffen. Now Anderson spots Chandler on the left. Chandler takes it past Clark, dispossessed by Festrup. Now Parry, Festrup again. Linnett's there with her. Kearns. Now Lawley. To finish the job for Liverpool. She started it with the opening goal. Squares it for Kearns. Takes a deflection on the way through. Clark keeps it in. Chips it to the far post. Header by Weston. Keeps Liverpool at bay for now. The whistle is looming. And Liverpool just taking it straight to the corner. And now play for the United throw. In fact, that's going to be a Liverpool throw. In fact, it was cleared by Dermody. kept in the corner. Liverpool just trying to see these precious seconds out. Hooked away by Weston. Thumped into the box by Fahy. Popple couldn't bring it to feet. Wilcott smashes it into the face of Kearns. No one up there for United though to get onto the clearance. Robe. And Merrick fires straight into the back of Robe. To be fair, that should have been a free kick, but the referee said get up. Now Kearns looking to end proceedings with a goal. It's Wood with the save. It was actually Lawley who was through. Wood. The kick nodded up. Could United have one more opportunity? They've got to get the ball first, and here it is with Gauntlett. Needs support and finds it with Weston. Wayward ball up the right flank. Referee checks the watch. We've had 3 minutes of added time. That should do it. Laws slowly picks up the ball, jogs back to the penalty area to take it. And Laws is taking a good 30 seconds in getting back to position. I was being added on. The referee does motion that it is being added on. So why Laws continues to waste time is beyond me. It's only going to be played anyway. Maybe it's just designed to frustrate United. Wilcox trying to wrap a leg around. Just got the ball now. Here's Weston. Amber Hughes is there one last twist in this tale. Hughes blocked up by Hines. Goal kick. We've had 4 minutes of added time now. How much longer, we do not know. Laws again taking her time. Referee about to bring the whistle to her lips. This will be the final action. Referee brings time on a performance that United should be proud of, really. A marked improvement on the defeat at Lewis. They took Liverpool all the way here. First half goals from Lawley and Festrup, enough to get the Reds over the line, but they were made to sweat for it following that stunning strike from Becky Anderson to make things interesting at the end. Final score in the FA Women's Championship at the Butts Park Arena. Coventry United Ladies 1, Liverpool Women 2. And that will do us here on CUTV. We're back on Wednesday for the long trip to Durham. Certainly taking our sleeping bags for that one. But you can catch the highlights of today's game and indeed yesterday's men's match on YouTube. The highlights for today's match will be online tomorrow morning. Highlights of yesterday's men's game are online now. And also don't forget to check out our sponsors, Coventry Motorcycles and Scooters and Mogan and Mogan. A big thank you to everyone for joining us here on CUTV. We'll see you next time.